Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Artie with CoinCasso, and this is Bitcoin Today, a show where we talk about everything cryptocurrency to keep you up to date and informed on all things going on in the crypto sphere. World, sphere, round, object, all information. In today's episode, we talk about the last time Bitcoin's volatility was this low. We went on a rally of $2,000. Next, we talk about Vanguard and how they tested their digital-backed securities in 40 minutes, and the highly possible scenario where you can buy Bitcoin on PayPal and Venmo. We also go over the current top cryptocurrency prices as well as a brief analysis on Bitcoin to see if we can play Nostradamus and predict the future. So get ready to absorb some information. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 24th. Thank you so much for joining me day in and day out. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing down below and ticking that notification bell to get notified every time we upload a new video. And as always, the show is sponsored by the CoinCasso Cryptocurrency Exchange. So if you have some crypto you need to trade, check out the link in the description below to sign up for a free account. Let's jump into the prices of these cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $9,648.64, which is up 0.18%. So very little movement in the last 24 hours. Again, Ethereum getting more gains than Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis at $247.68, up 2.3% from yesterday. EOS up 0.5% at $2.58, and Litecoin up 0.9% at $44.42. And you guys keep asking for it. XRP is up 0.5% as well at 0.189726. Can I just round up and say that it's at 19 cents, or is that too big of a jump? Oh man, I'm tired this morning. Let's get into the volume of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours on CoinMarketCap, which is at 16.3 billion, way below its normal average, sitting at about 22. All right, so let's jump into TradingView, do a little bit of analysis on the one-day chart of Bitcoin. Now, if you've watched my videos in the past, I've drawn this line here at $9,300. It has been the most consistent price of Bitcoin over the last year, meaning that it's hit this point several times and used it as resistance and support more than 55 times. So once we broke out of this ascending channel by tanking down right here, we've been playing along this $9,300 mark pretty nicely, which has been incredibly boring for Bitcoin. But 2 days ago, we saw a beautiful spike up from $9,300, almost hitting $9,800. My assumption that it was going to correct back down about 50% and then hopefully just do the nice zigzag and go straight back up. Now, one of the best indicators that I like to use is the 4EMA, and that is the 8, 13, 21, and 55-day moving averages. Now, how I like to use this indicator is if it lines up perfectly and the 8 is above the 13, is above the 21, is above the 55, usually means that we'll have a nice bull run. And as you can see, it did exactly that right here. Once the lines start crossing, then just get out and don't use this indicator. But if I zoom in right here, you can see it is perfectly lining up. The 8, the 13, the 21, and the 55 are all in the correct order for a decent bull run. Now, no trading strategy or indicator is completely 100% spot on, but statistically, this is about 80% accurate. So as always, I am not a financial advisor, but this might be a good time to get into Bitcoin. Scalp a little bit of profit and then sell off once it hits close to that $10,000 mark, because it is a huge resistance point and people love to sell off when it gets close. So instead of waiting till it hits 10,000, get it at about like, I don't know, 98.50 and then sell off. That's a quick 200 bucks. This stuff is literally the only thing that keeps me alive as a new father. Let's jump into the news to see what's going on in the cryptocurrency world. This first article is titled, "The Last Time Volatility Was This Low, Bitcoin Went On to Rally by $2,000. For the 5th straight week, Bitcoin is locked in low volatility squeeze, similar to one seen ahead of a sudden $2,350 rally in October 2019. While the cryptocurrency has leapt over 4% in the last 24 hours, prices still remain trapped between 9,000 and 10,000. In fact, the top cryptocurrency by market value has spent the better part of the last 2 months trading in that narrow range. Due to the persistent lack of clear directional bias, the Bollinger Bandwidth, the price volatility gauge, has declined to 0.08. the lowest level since mid-October 2019. Bollinger Bands are placed 2 standard deviations above and below the 20-day moving averages of a price. Meanwhile, the Bollinger Band width is calculated by dividing the spread between the volatility bands between the 20-day moving average. The last time this happened, the price was sitting between 8,000 and 7,300, and that's when it was set up perfectly and jumped sharply to 10,350 by October 26th. Essentially, the price rallied $2,350 in 9 days. Now, an article written like this has 2 effects. Either they're actually right and this is going to happen, or everybody's going to read this article and say, I'm going to buy Bitcoin, causing the price to go up. It's kind of like a placebo effect. I mean, something's got to happen. I've never seen Bitcoin this boring in my entire life. And on to the next article of the day, which is titled Vanguard ran its digital asset-backed securities pilot in 40 minutes. The full life of a digital asset-backed security on a blockchain can be settled in 40 minutes versus the 10 to 14 days it would take on a paper-based setting. That was the outcome of a pilot first revealed on June 11th by mutual fund giant Vanguard in partnership with blockchain startup Symbiont, Citibank, BNY Mellon, State Street, and an unnamed ABS issuer. The goal of the project is to see if the decades-old Wall Street practice of repackaging contractual debt, which can be car loans, mortgages, or credit card debt, into bonds sold to investors, known as securities. While the pilot didn't involve a real-world transaction, Vanguard oversaw a process that included several moving parts: packaging car loans into a special purpose entity that houses them, pricing through multiple different parties and an investment bank, working with a trustee to take care of the entity and the custodian to hold the asset, and providing information to investors who want to buy or sell based on that information. Now, like they said earlier, the old method of doing this takes 10 to 14 days, explained right here in the article, which will be linked below if you want to read it later. But essentially, because there's so many moving parts in this process, information gets misplaced, things get written improperly, and contracts can be written incorrectly, causing many flaws in the process, which is why it takes so long, because these flaws need to be found out by other people and then corrected by the people that made the mistake in the first place. So this whole process gets digitized on the blockchain, which is an irrefutable ledger, and that process takes 40 minutes instead of 2 weeks. Now, I know the company Vanguard very, very well. I actually invest in their index fund because I've done my research on them, and they are very, very good at what they do. Mark my words, in 2 years' time, this will be an industry standard for setting up securities. Gone are the days of paperwork. Everything is going to go digital. And onto our last article of the day, which is the one that I am most excited about. It is titled PayPal's blah, blah, blah doesn't matter. Check this out. Yesterday, it came into light that crypto functionality may come to PayPal and Venmo. If true, as substantiated by 3 anonymous sources and indicated by an open position for the senior blockchain research engineer. Are you ready for this number? 325 million users from PayPal and Venmo are going to have the ability to buy cryptocurrencies. Why is this so important? Of the entire global population, only about 5% actually have used, traded, or bought and sold cryptocurrencies ever. Over 80% have actually heard of cryptocurrencies, but have done nothing about it. Now, I know you can buy cryptocurrencies on apps like Robinhood or Revolut, which make it way easier for the normal person to get their hands in the cryptocurrency world. Then there are those other people that buy their cryptocurrencies on exchanges like CoinCasso, Coinbase, and Binance. But most of these people go out of their way to actually get their hands on these cryptocurrencies, meaning that they have to download a specific app, they have to do their research, they have to fund their account, and they have to buy it that way. But 325 million people already have PayPal and Venmo installed on their phones. This completely reduces the friction of having to go out of your way to get cryptocurrencies if it's right in front of their face. Now, I'm not saying that all 325 million people are just going to jump on board and start buying cryptocurrencies, but even if there's a chance that about 5% of those people start investing in cryptocurrencies, that's going to be a massive influx of people buying crypto, causing the price to rally up. And that's how everything is. The less friction there is in doing a certain thing, that's why people buy stuff on Amazon. They go on there, they find what they need, one click buy, and it shows up at your house 2 days later. You don't have to get in the car, you don't have to drive to Walmart, you don't have to go look around the entire shop and then wait in a checkout line. That's basically how you have to buy cryptocurrencies now. You have to find a good exchange, you have to get on there, you have to register for an account, account, you have to go through the KYC, you have to fund your account, and then you can buy cryptocurrencies. This, people just open up their Venmo, boom, buy some Bitcoin. Thank you very much. Seriously, I see big movements coming in the next 6 months in cryptocurrencies. And I do personally prefer Ethereum over Bitcoin. Also, side note, I want to talk about yesterday's video because it got very popular and it made a lot of people quite upset. The title of the video was XRP is dead, which is totally clickbait. I know the XRP is the 4th most popular cryptocurrency, and it might be the most useful for day-to-day transactions. That's why so many people actually use it. But if you're trying to trade XRP to make some money on the percentage gains, you're going to have very, very low profits. However, its functionality is there, and I do believe in it. And us as a marketing team have actually written an article on how it's the most safe cryptocurrency to get into like 3 days ago. So relax, okay? I know we got a lot of thumbs downs on the video. There's hundreds of comments. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to link it right there. Just relax. It was a clickbait title. If you guys got some value out of this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up on your way out, and we will see you back here tomorrow.